think it's all right to touch him?
Don't know. You go first.
I hear there's... trouble in Rosaria.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I am...
Is everything?
Oh,
Yes, come
Mark, you...
It'll be nice.
Oh, sure, you... You hear that?
Did you come through the forge today? That broom's as ragged as...
Marta.
Weren't she?
Others weren't so lucky, though.
Them old apples were enough.
Blimey, these old even.
Reckons Clyde.
Not so much as a.
Well, you can...
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards. The curse breakers send their thanks.
They when she
Bye.
They heal.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Portazalda. If we visit as many as we can, and hear their stories. Starting with the village around
Quiet, you! Nothing but...
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain. Twould we,
Of course, your lordship.
What business could the Black Shields have?
Then they must be...
You fancy dancing the gallows chick like...
Welcome, stranger. I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Excuse me.
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison. The Empire wants answers on what the Empire wants.
Don't they, Chuck?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields... You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think... We're going hunting for outlaws. You like that, boy? You seen him?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shield. At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first?
What do you...
If only we were.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
I know that.
We couldn't help note.
Don't you go telling... I speak for the people. You are to leave.
May I at least ask?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence, the Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice, some might call it submission. This village will not.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife in the mistaken belief that if they cooperate,
Obedience bought with...
Are you all right?
We still don't know.
Well, but other than a new ally would certainly be welcome. Perhaps the next village will yield more on.
Pa.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Come on.
Yeah!
Ever since the poetry, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
Bad idea. You're not going to like it. Thanks, Gal. Ready, go?
Faster!
Straight home now. Let's go. More of my mother's men.
Farewell!
Blood.
And
You were told to stay in your...
The Black Sheep.
You know who we are. Why then? To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome...
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of It's over! Stay down! Tell me what I want to the end. Who are you looking for?
Why, your friends have been found. They await you.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Fields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Elizabeth.
Run like the wind.
That'll do, girl.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road. Hush, no. I didn't hear nothing.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
Not here.
Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest. Come on.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in. Straight home now.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy. Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here.
Oh, good enough for
Fuck off.
Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stall. Cut you down where you stand.
Just try it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to
I suspect everyone in that. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit the Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city.
If you're sure. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it...
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Company.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not. Nice try.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And Since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Tell us then.
Nothing fancy. You, sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units.
How small exactly?
Small enough. Now that I have you and Lady Jill for company.
But until we arrive, that was your plan.
So Wade.
Very good.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but putting an...
And so we...
We'll keep them from
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky I didn't.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it?
We bear a message for... Ha!
You presume to tell us that a pair of could guard aught against the...
Die along... For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Let's roll it.
More dragons!
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point, that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finished yet.
I don't see any more.
Nor do...
It did. We sent every last one. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings.
Perhaps. Though I doubt much she'll move swiftly to see her minions...
And then it... I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for a field's rot. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but yet be that as it may, it is still our hope. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies...
So wait.
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison send a sound strategy, my lord.
And how...
Since the beginning. And had I known of this tunnel back then...
I suppose a formal request for an audience.
And were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement, where he would be of no... And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith...
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love...
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that... If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see.
Thank you, if there is a...
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others. Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make it. Educated guess.